Greetings, my dear brothers and sisters. I have yet an amazing word for you, especially those that have enemies all around them. Some of you, your enemies have been hiding for a long time. Some of you do not know who your enemies are. They strike you at night and they run away. And some of you have been wondering, how is it so that an enemy strikes you and yet you have no idea who it is? My brothers and sisters, today's word is just for you. The word is, your enemies are about to put you to a challenge. Your enemies are coming out and they are about to put you to a challenge. They want to see if you are powerful, as they say, as people have been saying, because they have heard about your previous victories. Believe you me, your enemies are aware that you overcame that disease, that you overcame that setback, that you were victorious. When they falsely accused you, you were able to come out unharmed. They know about it. Some of the things that you call small, in the eyes of your enemies, those are big victories. Some of you do not know that the fact that you wake up every morning is a testimony on itself. Do you know that there are people right now who did not wake up? They went to bed when they are normal, but all to wake in the morning, they are normal. They have died. They did not have any complication, but they died in their sleep. For you, you have not died in your sleep because God has a plan for you. He has an assignment for you. Do you know that how many enemies rally behind to see that you are dead? They are not happy to see you prosper. They are not happy to see you in that good apartment. They are not happy to see you with that job. They are not happy to see you smile, even when you are persecuted. They are not happy. They predict the worst for you. But God is faithful. He is a faithful God. So your enemies are coming to challenge you. I want to read you a scripture that is going to really encourage you. The scripture is from the book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse 8 to 13. Exodus chapter 7, verse 8 to 13. And it reads, Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, When Pharaoh speaks to you, saying, Show a miracle for yourself, then you shall say to Aaron, Take your rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and let it become a serpent. So Moses and Aaron went in to Pharaoh, and they did so, just as the Lord commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. But Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, so the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments. For every man threw down his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods. And Pharaoh's heart grew hard, and he did not heed them as the Lord had said. What a powerful scripture. That Pharaoh calls upon Moses and Aaron. He calls upon them. It was like a challenge. He tells them, show us a miracle for yourselves. Show a miracle for yourselves. Some of you people have called you, some of them have intimidated you to prove yourself whether you're truly a child of God. They are calling you to a test, to a challenge, to a competition. Now, I love what the scripture says. that because God told Aaron Moses and Aaron that when Pharaoh tells you to show yourselves a miracle, then you shall take your rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. This was an instruction given to the men of God. That when you hear this word from the king, from their Pharaoh, take your rod. Some of you, God is telling you, take that what you have. Don't look for things outside. What God has given you, use that what you have. When they call you to their courts of law, use the word that God has given you. Don't try to figure it out how it's going to happen. Just be obedient to the voice of God. Now the scripture says that when Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh, the rod of Aaron became a serpent. But Pharaoh wasn't moved. He wasn't amazed because he knew he had magicians. He had sorcerers who can do the same thing. The scripture says, but Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. So the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments. Some of you magicians, sorcerers, have been copying you. They have been presenting counterfeit products in your life, counterfeit things to distract you. But you will overcome, just like Moses and Aaron overcame them. The scripture says, for every man threw down his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods. Aaron's rod was more superior than the rod of the magicians. Because the magicians, the sorcerers, their rods were counterfeits. My brothers and sisters, you are going to swallow up your enemies. You are going to consume your enemies. Because the scripture says that our God is a consuming fire. This is a word for someone. I hope it has blessed you. I hope it has encouraged you. Remember to check me out in my About section. That's where you will find information that pertains me. Until next time, shalom.